All right, so I'm just about to do this video real quick because I gotta get this. I need to. I don't necessarily need to do no reading for this, but this is what they not gonna say in regards to these young men that yesterday, which today is Friday, but yesterday when I got up yesterday, what 12 o'clock? It was like 12:30 going on 1 o'clock. So I have the habit, like a lot of other people, as soon as you get up, you get on your phone or whatever, and I end up coming across, I don't know how I end up initially coming across these young men that now because it was an article that I actually saw, right? So I saw an article, but the article that I was reading, it wasn't saying, and I kept wondering when I seen the article, I'm like, where is this at? Where did this happen at? And it just seemed suspect by the article that I saw about these young boys. And I'm thinking from the articles, I thought it was like it was something that already happened or something. I don't know why I was feeling like that. And then I didn't think about it then, but now it's Friday, it's 2:10 in the morning, and I done sat here and just literally watched the video, and something just went off in my head. But they not gonna admit this in the news. No, nobody that has anything connected to this in a negative way, they're not gonna admit this. They literally, because of this man that's in this mother freaking office, he literally got his soldiers out here, men and women of his of his color. He got them out here slaughtering people. Like literally. I don't know if this is something that is going on the dark web. I don't know what this is, but this is literally was or they just doing this, they taking upon themselves to just do this. But them two young boys that come to find out now that I'm seeing they from Mississippi, and that's a sundown town. That was an eye for eye for the boy, the one that lost his twin when they was at the field, the tournament, whatever the hell they had going on with that. Because all of it's connecting is because they all athletes. These young boys that just lost their life in Mississippi in the supposed alleged accident, they they lost their lives was taken because the white boy lost his twin when the young dude, black dude, he got off on, bond or whatever. Because we don't know what's gonna come of that. We don't know right now. But that is what that is. That's what I went off in my head. This is a eye for an eye for that. So they not gonna put that out there in the news. Nobody's gonna admit that's what it is. But I personally feel like that's what it is, because soon as I watched this video that I just watched, something went off in my head and said, "Thing." That's why that is. But they're not gonna admit that. How you gonna try to say that these young men, it was an accidental drowning when they physically knew how to swim, and plus they was athletes? Like, how you gonna sit up there and literally say, um so yeah, I don't that was a eye for eye for the other boy losing his twin, and the one getting out for doing it, which is of my complexion, my background, and that's what it is. So I don't feel like I need to do no reading on that, but because I was like, yeah, look, the tennis swords just fell out. The moon card, they not about to say that. Look, eight of swords at the sticking out. What's this? The knight of swords. Yeah. Mhm. Yep. Yep. Most definitely. Yeah, the tennis sword just fell out. I'm trying to sit up here and finish taping up these cards, and that fell out. And then it might have had something to do, whoever did it, because like what I just seen in the video, the people that they saying is finding them or whatever, why are they like they yeah, why are they not doing some kind of interview or something on the news like they normally sometimes have with cases and stuff? So yeah. If anybody watch this and you think about it, think about this young man of my complexion, our background, that's out on bond, and they making this big old thing about because he had to protect himself against two heavier, stockier, taller of this complexion twins that was supposed to be bullying him. And then, they didn't talk about it a lot either. Why did somebody on somebody video, they had it where it was a picture that popped up. They all post. Is it true that, I want to know? Like, nobody's really saying nothing about that either. Is it true that the incident that happened with the athletes at the field or whatever, them with the black boy, did they know each other? Cause nobody's not really talking about that either. So did they really know each other? Cause it was like a picture I seen on somebody video, like, and it had all of them in it. But I don't know, it's alleged, but it did look like it was all three of them in that picture. It really did. Yeah. Yep. So them two young boys that just lost their life, what, a couple days ago or last week, whenever this was in Mississippi, that was an eye for that. That was an eye for eye. But it was double. It was like double, how you say, double payback, or double whatever, how you want to say that. That's exactly what that was. Yep. Sure enough. That's what that was. Mm-hmm. Yep. This man literally got people out here, these sick ass, demonic, ill, sick minded, messed up mind ass people that's still living in the past. They still living in their south node. But actually, you know what brought it out? This man, he brought it out of them. He brought that south node energy, that negative energy out of them. That's why they out here doing that. Yep. I wouldn't be surprised if it's not even. I wouldn't be surprised if it's not just happening in these sundown states. It's happening all over the 50 states. Ain't no state I feel like is excluded where all of this negative demonic south node stuff is coming out and happening and stuff. This ain't just from the sundowns, but for that particular instant with them twins, and the boy, that the white twin that lost his twin, and the dude got out because he had to protect himself. That was for that. That's why that's happened to them, is because of that. So I just wanted to make that real quick, whether I post this or not. But yep, that's exactly what that was. Yes, indeed. You can't tell me that's not. You can't tell me that's not what that was. Whether it, cause you ain't gotta tell it to me. That's what came to me. That's what that was. Yep, that was a payback for that. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Look, fishing pole came out. 9 in Virgo with fishing pole. Yep. Nine in Virgo with fishing pole. Um, I don't even know if I really need to. Well, okay, it says fishing pole. It says self-reliance, extended oneself, autonomy, mentoring others, poetry and motion, exploration, providing, connect with nature, accomplishment, yeah, somebody definitely, most definitely felt like this was an accomplishment. I'm telling you, 2 for 1. Yeah, that's what it is. 2 for 1. Heck yeah. You know how you go to McDonald's, Wendy's, all these other fast food restaurants? 2 for 1. That's exactly what this is. What it is 2 for 1. Yeah, yep. Hit it right on the nose. Yep, 2 for 1. And it might be because it happened in a sundown town. It happened in a sundown town because I don't know, I'm getting something about it wouldn't be questioned, or it's easy for them to cover it up. Because it really needs to be some kind of olive branch. It really needs to be some truce. But these individuals that's under the mind control of this man, that they are still, even him, he in his South node. That's why we going through this stuff with the dang tariffs, the tax tariffs, and he trying to do all this stuff that, with in the DEI. Like, I really feel like this man too, he mad, because he's a Gemini. He's mad with his two-faced self, his clown, what's that, Jekyll and Hyde self. Um, you know what? I wrote about that man in my diary. That I only said it because I liked him on the show when he was a regular freaking celebrity. He wasn't trying to be no freaking at the time. Because I don't even want to give him. I don't even want to speak that up in this video, but because that's he not the center of the attention of this video. But yeah, so now he's trying to be on some BS with his men that he got by his side, that I just seen that he posted has sell X, the app X. I don't know, did he really sell it for sure? But yeah, this why he on that BS too, because I put two and two together with the DEI. Like, everybody that was on that list for the DEI, I don't work that. I don't work that Lowe's. I don't work that Target, Amazon. I don't know. I didn't see Dollar Tree on the DEI, but who knows? That probably was on there too. You trying to find every way to try to attack me, but you only gonna end up attacking everybody. And just like I watched the video about how all these people that are farmers, the ones that are farmers, them the ones that probably, some of them, a lot of them probably the ones that voted for that man. But you know what? We ain't gonna be the only ones that's gonna fucking lose. We not gonna be the only ones that have to lose and go through all of this. We all gonna go through this because of him, because of his selfish self. With him not wanting to come to, it don't even seem like, with him looking all tired and weak and worn out with all the stuff he trying to pull. He don't want to come to some kind of olive branch of truth, because he want to be he want to be like, in his egotistical self. He want to be just, I'm just above everybody, and oh, I could just, I'm just gonna fuck everything up, like, yeah. Look, two Aries, and I'm not even really trying to pull cards. It says union of opposites, conceal, event, mass, upstage, merge, transform, camouflage, loss of power. And look what we got, 2-2. This could be significant to these young men, the two men. But yeah, that definitely is a 2-for-1. That, yeah, most definitely is a 2-for-1. Yes, that is. Yes, it is. Look, 3 in Pisces, roundabout, community, connections, new direction, keep it moving, controls the flow of information, solutions, circular reason, fluid, many working parts, perfect timing. But I'm gonna go ahead and close out this reading. This video is not even really a reading, and I return all of this negative energy from these people. That's because I ain't gonna say it's all of them like this. They not all like this, because I didn't grow up being around. I know for a fact I ain't grow up, because they wouldn't have me in their house. You wouldn't have fed me. So I know I grew up not being around racists. I know that for a fact. You wouldn't have had me in your house, because if that's the case, I wouldn't be here. I would not be here. My mentor wasn't no racist. My teachers wasn't no racist. The childhood people that I was around that was not of my color was not racist, because otherwise they wouldn't be around me. Just like Rosemary, God rest her soul. Whoever else, Shanta, God rest his soul. I ain't grow up being around racist people, and I'm not no racist either, because I wouldn't have been in their house, or I wouldn't have been around them, or I wouldn't have ate their food. But this is why this is, because it has to do with him. He is most definitely the Ted honcho that's connected to everything of why is going on. He got a part to do and play with this. And it ain't, like I said, this is not just happening in the sundown states. Not just happening there. And like I said, I rebuke any and all negative energies that's sent towards me, because I really feel like that's kind of some of the energy too that's been coming from to me from them type of people. But I rebuke it and I return back to them, because no weapons formed against me will ever prosper. And if you try to touch me, you're gonna instantly regret it.